Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, you're gonna be finding out what's healthier for you. A paleo diet or a raw diet, vegan, or even raw paleo diet. Stay tuned. Everybody, it's me, Ameer, the Optimal Health Warrior, and I got a question from Emily. And Emily was wondering, well, what's better, the paleo diet or a raw diet? Well, what I've done here is something simple. I've broken down the main pros and cons. Now, there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. What I put down over here is what I think is the most important. So we're just going to go through step by step and see exactly what the hell is going on. Number one, a paleo diet. Is it a whole foods diet? Yes, it is, you know. So paleo diet is devoid of the grains, devoid of commercial dairy. Some camps drink unpasteurized raw goat's milk or cow's milk or cheese or ghee or kefir. Others don't, whatever, I really don't care. So it is a whole foods diet that comes from Mother Nature. Is a raw diet the same thing? Yes, it's a double check. Double check means complete package. So they're part to part. Both are a whole foods diet and they respect Mother Nature. Second thing, healthy fats. Obviously, we need healthy fats. Your body cell, the lipid bilayer, is constructed of fats. Without fats, your body doesn't function properly. And without healthy fats, you don't create myelin, you don't create the communication between cell to cell. Now, does a paleo diet have healthy fats? Of course it does. You have, vitamin A, D, E, K, omega-3, omega-6, saturated, unsaturated, even small amounts of polyunsaturated fats. They are all there. And so that's why healthy fats reign supreme on a paleo diet. However, in a raw diet, you have some kind of issues when it comes to fats. It depends on what camp you're part of. If you're a raw vegan diet, obviously there's no animal byproducts, and the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K are pretty much only found, the bioavailable form that is pretty much only found in animal products or animal byproducts, that is. However, if you're in the raw camp of just raw foods in general, that means eggs are included, which has all the above, and other types of foods. If you're not though, I would suggest focusing on coconut oil or coconut, avocado, even ghee or butter. It all depends, like I said, what camp you are. But in the paleo diet, it's all fair game, it has everything. But in the raw, it all depends on what you want and what you want to implement. See, it's your choice. At the end of the day, I really don't care, but I'm just telling you what's up. So next is the sustainable part of it. In my eyes, paleo diet is very sustainable if we're looking at how our ancestors used to live, even predating agriculture, so say roughly 10 to 15,000 years ago. Basically, we hunted what we could catch and gathered what we could gather. And we weren't diminishing the resources of the planet, pretty much. And then let's fast forward during the agricultural revolution, that our practices back then were very, I would say, economically sound compared to today, because we did polyphase farming back then. It wasn't monocrop. Monocrop farming is fairly new. It's a kind of an advent of the industrialized revolution, the last 150 years, give or take, and that's a huge problem. Joe Salatin is a perfect example of this. It talks about polyphase farming, and he pretty much talks about how 1 square kilometer can produce enough food for a whole year, I believe, for like 10,000 people. But he involves, different crops around, different animals circulating around. It's a fantastic system. It kind of mimics how nature would move around the terrain. So from a sustainable point of view, I do love paleo. The raw, there is a sustainability issue, and the one big issue I have is with fruits. A lot of rawists love fruits, and it's a good thing. Fruits are good in my personal eyes. I do seasonal eating, so if the fruit is not around me, I won't eat it. However, rawists always eat fruit, and the issue is, I live in Kelowna, Canada. I don't have freaking apples in the middle of the winter. I don't have a banana tree. In fact, there's no damn banana trees in Canada. However, though, a lot of people are eating copious amounts of fruits in the wintertime, being the rawest camp. Well, think about this for a moment. Where does this fruit come from? Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, South Latin America? Okay, how long does it take to get here? Anywhere from 30 to 45 days on a ship. So it's leaving from a third world country. Who knows what kind of practices are happening over there? It takes anywhere up to 40 days to come to your front door, to your plate. What's the nutritional context of that? And is that sustainable? No. You're not giving back to your local economy, and you're not respecting the laws of Mother Nature. So think about that for a moment. Just ponder. I'm not telling you to stop eating fruit, but just think about that for a second, okay? The final thing is genetics, okay? A lot of people have epigenetic issues with their body. A lot of people have lack of fructose enzyme to break down fructose. A lot of people have low levels of the amylose enzyme, which is responsible for digesting the sugars in their body. That being said, if you look at a paleo diet, you know, you really don't rely too much on sugar. Paleo diet is fairly low carbish. And if you do a very low carb approach, you stay away from the starches, you know, the sweet potatoes, the wild rice, and you focus more on a ketogenic issue. And that's why some people, when they say, oh, Ameer, I have fruits such as apples or bananas, they get bloated, they get gassy, and they have issues with their GI tract. It may be because they have genetic deficiency. However, on the flip side, you hear a lot of people talking about, oh, I feel like a fucking champ, you know, I'm eating fruits 24/7, everything is all fair game. Well, it may be the opposite. Maybe that individual has an epigenetic expression to have more amounts of fructose enzyme to break down the fructose and higher levels of amylose. You know, it could be, who knows, you know, each of us are different. And just to quickly pause and rewind back to the Sustainability Act, I just forgot something. If you do live though in a country that has, say, fruit all year round, you're solid, baby. But if you don't, think twice. So going back to the genetic thing, there you have it, you know, there is genetic differences among every single human in the world. And that's a breakdown, paleo versus raw. Personally, I really don't care what you eat. Eat what makes you happy, eat what makes you healthy, eat what makes you optimal. Each of us are different. If you got a question for me to answer, click below this video, there's a link, it'll pop up, put your name and email address, and a form will pop up, which you can put your question. Second of all, please share this video with your friends and family, obviously, and remember, live, breathe, grow. Warrior Unleashed. Have a great day.